All right. It's been a while since I've done a video, but it's been roughly a year or so since I've updated Raster Master, and last week or so I've released a couple of new versions, and in this more recent version I've added support for font sheet exporting, and this allows us to use any TrueType fonts in a lot of retro programming languages and also a lot of game programming languages. I've added support for the Angel Code BM font format, which basically is a ping file with a text file describing where all these different characters are located on the font sheet. And I'm just going to demonstrate this using freepascal, and I'll show you the code that I've used. And so we're just going to change this is the default font. I'm going to change it to something a little better. Let's see if we can find something that looks. Okay, let's go for the Terminator font, and let's go 20 points. And okay, so that seems to fit. And I'm going to choose export here. What this will do is save the ping file and also create this test2.fnt file. So this will override what I did before, and we're okay with that. So I'm going to switch to Free Pascal now, and I've written some code. This is all available on GitHub under my channel code section. I'll leave a link in the description. But we're basically pointing to that file, test2.fnt, and let me just run this. It will read that file, and it will also load the corresponding ping file that it was created. So let's just see, running this, what it'll produce. So this is just off screen now. So we can see it's actually using the font we created here, and I could change the text to something else. Let's modify it a bit. And what we can do is add a little shadow effect. And if we run it again, we can see now that we have a little white shadow or a border around it. And so this looks a lot better than the Borland fonts that I demonstrated before. So you can use those with the ptcGraph library in freepascal, but they don't look very nice. These look much better. So let me just do another one and show how easy this is. So let me pick a different font. Let's go with Toledo. Let's go also 20 points and export that. This time I'm gonna save it as test3 just to show that we don't have to keep overriding that one. And back to Free Pascal, and I'm going to come here and change this to test3 now, and I'm going to run it again, and here we go. We have the Toledo font now. So this is that easy. Let me just kind of go through the code here. So this is just a little simple program that's using BMFont and BMFontGraph code that I wrote. So I'm just going to go through that. It's not very big, actually. It's actually pretty small. We just have a lot of records here describing the font characteristics, but the class is only made up of just a few records and basically a few procedures and functions. So that's all there is to it here. So this is the main routine here, that we're parsing the text file and storing all these values in a hash table. And when we need to display a character, we use the let me just this BMFont and this is the main routine here. I'm not going to go into detail, but basically it uses that information and takes the pixel values from um, a virtual, not a virtual, but like a rendition of the ping file in memory, and we just copy parts of the font that we need and display it pixel by pixel. So this is the routine that does it right here, this copy image rect. And let me see if I can pull that. Yeah, so it's right here. So it's basically just a loop that we're going through each section. Let's say we wanted to copy M. It'll start copying from the top corner to the width and height, and basically just place that on the screen. And it all works kind of well together. Now, there's some additional commented code you can check to see like the different levels of the alpha threshold here, but I'm just using this part here to see if it's not black, basically. If the red component is more than zero, green component is more than zero, and blue component is more than zero. So as long as one of those is like we plot the pixel, so it won't plot the black areas. If we change that, then it will allow it to basically print every pixel, which is not what we want because we will end up with just boxes where the characters are. Anyway, I've ranted long enough. So I'll leave the link to the code on GitHub. It's in my channel code repository, and I'll probably do a follow-up video with you know using something like either GW Basic or QBasic, uh, using this kind of display method, but not with the BM font format. It'll probably be a simpler format that I'll come up with, so we can use it with the old programming languages. All right, so that's it for now. Thanks for watching.